All right, if you are someone that responds, or at least used to respond pretty well to any kind of extension-based exercise, whether it's press ups, back bends, sustained extension, something like that, and maybe initially you started getting a good response with your pain, either centralization or a reduction in the intensity of your pain, but now it's either plateaued or it's come back, or maybe it's just kicked off to one side, and no matter what you're trying, the extensions aren't helping if, or, knock on wood, God forbid, the pain is actually starting to get worse with those press ups. So a, uh, a an easy modification that you can make to the press up that can often help with continuing to improve your symptoms with through either centralization or just a reduction in the intensity of the pain is using a hips off center variation of the press up. So let's say you have pain on the left side of your back. What you're going to do is you're going to set up in a kind of on your stomach, propped up on your elbows. You're going to raise your hips off the ground while keeping the knees on the ground. And again, if I have left-sided low back pain, what you're going to do is you're going to shift your hips away from the side that you have pain. So if my pain's on the left side, I'm going to shift my hips to the right. And then from there, I'm going to drop down, hands directly under the shoulders. And then from here, I'm going to do my press ups, locking the elbows at the top, and then back down. I'll show you again from the back view. So again, if I have left-sided low back pain, lift the hips up, shift them away to the right, hands under the shoulders, locking the elbows at the top. Just like that. Now, depending on what your PT, what the instructions are for it, you can either just keep it at that, or you add some self overpressure. And all that is just you're adding an exhale at the end of, or at the top of the press up to get a little bit more extension force into the spine. So with that, I'll show you on this angle. So again, left-sided low back pain. I'm going to lift my hips up, shift them to the right, drop the hips down, hands under the shoulders. I'm going to breathe in as I press up, lock the elbows, stay here as you exhale, let the hips sag, and then back down. One more time, breathing in, lock the elbows, exhale, let the hips sag, and then back down. And that's how it's done.